God warns someone is stopping your miracle. Don't skip this, because what I am about to tell you will change how you see everything. You need to stop what you are doing right now. Pay close attention, because I have something important to say. You can listen to this even when you are not doing anything. You need to pay attention. When I was writing this message, I learned something about you that made me stop and be quiet for a while. I am not talking about something you planned or something you did to get people to like you. Something that came from deep inside you and was so natural that you had no idea how much of an effect you had on things you cannot see. What you did really shocked God, not just a little, because it was so powerful. Archangel Michael, who is in charge of God's armies and beat Lucifer, stopped what he was doing and looked at you. There was no way that what you showed could have been possible, not from someone who has been through a lot, not from someone who is carrying so much, not from someone who had every reason to act in a different way, but you didn't act the way people thought you would. As soon as you subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications, I am going to tell you about the exact moment that made heaven stop and look at you. It will change the way you think about all the hard times and small wins that no one saw. Keep reading until the end, because I am going to tell you exactly what you did that caught God's eye, why Archangel Michael asked to look into your case, and what this means for the rest of your life. Recently, type amen in the comments if you felt like something inside you changed, like you crossed a line that split you from who you used to be. This will help you understand everything else. A lot of souls are being watched all the time in the spirit world. Angels watch over, protect and guide you. People tend to act in clear patterns. When people are hurt, they often become angry. When someone betrays them, they want to get even. They get angry when things aren't fair. For a very long time, these patterns have not changed. But once in a very long time, a soul does something so strange and different from human nature that it creates what can only be called a moment of pure wonder in heaven. You made one of those times happen not too long ago. Not long ago, you were going through one of the hardest times, and something seemed like it was meant to break you. When the weight you were carrying seemed too much to handle another day, when everyone around you would have understood if you gave up or were mean to them. You did something different though, and now you need this. This isn't about just getting by. A lot of people stay alive because they are stubborn or have no other choice. Heaven doesn't care about that. I think what you did was really great. You had every reason to be angry and bitter because of what happened. The person or thing that hurt you did you a real wrong. This wasn't what you thought it would be. There was real pain from real things. At that very moment, your human side was screaming at you to respond with the same bad energy you were getting. Every logical part of your mind was thinking about getting even or just coldly pulling away. But something deeper inside you chose something else. It was your choice to be kind when you could have been mean. Remember, there was a chance that you could have said something really mean, but you chose to be quiet. You protected them, even though it could have been a chance to show everyone what they did wrong. There may have been times when leaving would not have been seen as a bad thing, but you stayed and tried again at that time. Heaven saw you when you made a choice that was different from what your pain told you to do, because what you did in that split second tells us something about your heart that sets you apart from most people. You showed that what is going on around you doesn't affect how you react, that how other people treat you doesn't define who you are, that you are the same no matter what. This doesn't happen very often. Most people just do what they are told. You can pretty much tell what is going on around them by how they act. Be nice to them and they will be nice back. If you hurt them, they will hurt you back. What is going on outside changes who they are, but you didn't show that. Nothing, no matter how bad it is, can change you into someone you don't want to be. You prove that your character is strong on the inside. This is what caught God's attention. Let me take you back to the time this was seen, not in normal human time, but in the time when people like you are always being watched. Your guardian angel had been watching what was going on and writing down how you reacted, as well as your inner struggles and the choices you made in public. This is normal for souls that are safe in heaven. But when you made that choice and were kind, instead of righteously angry, your guardian angel did something strange. They marked your case to be looked at more closely. It doesn't happen often. Most of the time, guardian angels take care of things on their own. They only say no when they see something that people in charge need to see. An archangel was sent your case right away. Archangel Michael was busy with big cosmic things when the report got to him. Big plans that change the spirit of whole areas and battles that people cannot see. He stopped, though, when he saw that your file was marked, because the note on your case said something that caught his eye right away. It stated, "This soul showed forgiveness at an enemy level while under active attack." Level of forgiving an enemy, that phrase needs to be explained. There is a way to separate the different ways people feel pain in spiritual battles. Most reactions can be put into normal groups. Feelings like anger, bitterness, withdrawal, and sadness are normal and expected. They don't need extra care because they do things in predictable ways. The transcendent response group, on the other hand, is very small. This is when a person reacts to bad things with good things, when they put love back into the world and choose to bless instead of curse, even though they are being hurt. Because this kind of reaction happens so rarely, it is automatically sent to the archangels to be looked at. This is because it means that a soul is working at a level that humans cannot normally reach. That flag was set off by you. Michael looked at everything that happened recently with you, every situation you were in, every action you took, and every battle inside you that no one else could see. He asked for something really cool after seeing what he found. He asked to talk about your case in person. Let me explain what this means now. The Archangel Michael leads armies. In many ways, his responsibilities are spread out. Things that are important to everyone always need his attention. For him to ask for time to talk about a single human soul means that soul did something very important to deserve that much attention. What happened next would change how your case is handled from now on. Here is what the most important people said about you. Michael told the Divine Council about your case, not as a problem that needs to be fixed or a situation that needs help, but as an example of something amazing that is happening in the world of people. He showed them exactly when to be kind. It was like he played back the inner struggle you were having. He showed how your human nature was pulling you in one direction, while something deeper inside you chose a different path. Then he told them about your past, because your act of kindness wasn't a one-time thing, because it was consistent. They always chose the harder right over the easier wrong. Being honest when no one would know if you lied, and being nice to people who didn't deserve it and might never understand how much you meant to them. The pattern showed something that even experienced beings from heaven couldn't quite figure out. You have been living like a chosen one, even though you don't know it. This is what made them happy. No, you didn't just do something great once. You have been choosing greatness over and over again, without getting any credit or reward, and without any promise that your choices mattered. You did the right thing because it was the right thing to do over and over. When things are big or small, when things were simple, and when they cost a lot. This level of steady honesty is what sets apart normal souls from those who were created for a specific reason. Then God spoke, not in a voice we can hear, but with a divine feeling that made it clear to everyone there. I want you to really think about what he said about you, because these are not my words. This is what was said about your soul. This one reminds me why I made humans. Think about that for a moment. The one who made everything. The one whose words formed galaxies, and the infinite intelligence that planned each and every atom in the universe. He saw your pattern of choices, how honest you were all the time, and how kind you were when things got tough. He told you that you remind him why he made people in the first place, because you showed something that not even angels can do. Angels live in the glory of God all the time. They obey because it is hard to imagine not obeying in that situation. They are loyal because they have directly experienced God's reality. People, on the other hand, live behind a curtain. It is not possible to see God. The spirit world is hidden from our sight. You have to pick faith over proof. Pick honesty over getting something right away. You chose to be kind, even though you weren't sure if it would make a difference. And it did. Even though you were blind, you made the right choice. Even though you couldn't hear God's voice, you kept your faith. Even though you couldn't see direct proof that love was the right thing to do, you did it anyway. This is what angels find so amazing about people who have been chosen. This is why Archangel Michael stopped to look into your case. This is what God thought was cool. People with souls like yours are unique, because they can choose light when there is darkness around them, faith when they are full of doubt, and love when they are drowning in pain. Now, I am going to show you why not even Archangel Michael thought you would do this. Michael's first look at your file, which was months ago, was fine. He saw what you were good at, what you could do, and your calling, but his plan for your growth was based on normal times. He thought you would eventually reach this level of spiritual maturity after more training, after more clear wins, and after more clear signs that would make your faith easier. He didn't expect you to be able to fight spiritually so well when you were having the worst time of your life, because this is what you need to know about what you did when you chose kindness over righteous anger. It wasn't just the right thing to do. It was a huge strategic blow to the people and groups that have been working against you. Allow me to explain how this works. There is a reason why darkness attacks a chosen one. They want to mess with your spiritual energy and bring you down to their level so they can work with you. Because when you answer hate with hate, you leave God's protection and join the group of people who have power over you. The point of every attack on you has been to make you hateful, angry, and prone to acting in the same way. They want you to work in the dark so they can legally be in charge of you. But when you chose kindness and loved them back when they attacked, you did something very bad from a strategic point of view. You fought them with their own power. If you send negative energy to someone and they respond with positive energy, the negative energy doesn't just go away stronger. It goes back to where it came from. What they sent to hurt you hurt them back, and you didn't even know it. Michael was kind of amazed as he watched this happen, because what you did wasn't a learned trick or a trained response. It came from deep inside you. You are naturally loving, forgiving, and kind, even when everything around you tells you to be something else. He didn't expect this. He knew you had what it took to do something at this level, not even close. He didn't think you would get there so quickly in such bad weather, and with so little help, no one could have predicted how fast you would grow. Now, I will show you proof that this really did happen, since you have already seen what happened because of this divine recognition. Even if you didn't know what was making them happen. To begin, here is proof. Attacks have been very unsuccessful. Think about the last few weeks. That person clearly wanted to hurt you because they spoke badly about you, did things that were bad for you, and sent bad energy your way. Think about what went on with them now. They are having problems that seem to come out of nowhere. Things they thought they had under control went completely crazy. Things that were working for them stopped working for no reason. It is not just luck. The karma here isn't normal. This is how your new spiritual state looks right now, because God's protection around a soul gets much stronger when God feels moved by it. An attack doesn't just fail, it comes back stronger. What was meant to hurt you now hurts the person who sent it. You may have seen this and thought about why your enemies are having so much trouble right now. You know, second proof, despite what has been going on, you have had an unusual amount of peace. You should have been overwhelmed by what you were going through at times recently. The weight of what you were facing should have crushed your spirit, and anyone else would have been drowning in worry. But you found peace. Things didn't get better, but there was peace in the midst of the chaos, being steady when everything else was shaking. There is no reason for this peace. It is clear. It is because heaven is paying extra attention to your life. There is an odd kind of peace that comes from heaven that doesn't make sense for the soul in question. This is how you felt. This may have made you wonder where it came from. You know, third proof, you are becoming more clear. Decisions that were hard for you before now look better. What used to be hard to see is now becoming clear. There is no way for you to know the things you are saying. This is because you are getting information not through big visions or voices, but through quiet feelings, sudden understanding and gut feelings that turn out to be right. Your link to divine knowledge has been strengthened. The help you are getting is better than before. And this is just the beginning. Fourth, proof the wrong people have been leaving. You are no longer in relationships that were draining you. People who were in your way have moved out of the way. Things that were getting in the way of your progress have been fixed. What you did might not have been the only thing that caused this to happen. They left right away. Things have changed. The doors just shut. This is God putting things back in order. With your new status, you need a new place to be. People and situations that didn't fit with your plans have been taken away one by one. Things will keep going like this. Don't try to hold on to things that God is taking away. It is being made ready for a better thing. Fifth proof. You have had a feeling that a big event is about to happen. You have had an expectation that you cannot quite put your finger on, that you can feel something big coming up. The sense that a big change is about to happen. This is more than just wishing. This is the knowing of a prophet. Your spirit can feel things that your mind doesn't understand yet. There really is something coming. Something that has to do with this divine recognition of who you are. The link is waiting in the pinned comment below. You are not just giving to a channel, you are planting a seed into a mission that is reaching souls who are still searching for exactly what you found here. What you pour out, God pours back into your life in ways you cannot predict. Your support, no matter the size, becomes a seed that multiplies blessings back into your own life. Let me now tell you what has been decided about your future. When God told you what he thought of your soul and said that you remind him why he made people, it started a certain process in heaven's management. It is known as accelerated fulfillment. People who have been chosen usually get their tasks and blessings at regular times. Years of planning before big things happen. A slow rise before a big blessing, and steady progress toward their goal. But this changes with accelerated fulfillment. It means that heaven has decided you have already shown enough to deserve to move forward faster. Your strong character means you don't need long periods of preparation. And what you have already shown makes you eligible for things that others would need more time to get. In real life, this means a few different things. Blessings that were supposed to happen later are now happening sooner. Chances that were planned for the future are now being given out. Early today, doors that weren't supposed to open are being opened. Things are happening faster than you thought they would. Breakthroughs are happening earlier than you thought they would. And movement is happening in places where it had been stuck. This is going to get stronger. The speed is just starting to rise. What it also means is that opposition is being taken out in a planned way, not just temporarily, but permanently. Enemies are being moved around. You are not allowed to attack. You no longer have to deal with the normal resistance that slows down chosen ones. You are entering a time of unusual favor, not because of anything you did, but because of how you behaved, which means you deserve the best protection. Please understand the following about the duty this comes with. When heaven cares about a soul this much, it is not just for that soul. You are not being helped just because it is good for you. You are being set up to make a difference that goes beyond your personal life. It is not just for you that you were kind when things got tough. It is meant to go out to other people through you. In the next few days and weeks, you will meet people who are going through the same thing you are. They are at a crossroads where they can choose to be angry or kind. This is your chance to show them it is possible, to show them through your actions that being kind when things are hard is possible. To show that it is possible to stay true to yourself, even when everything around you wants you to give in, not by preaching or giving religious talks, but by being who you are naturally. People around you will feel energized, which will help them reach their full potential. If people are ready to hear it, your story will make them feel better. Your change will show people who don't believe in change that it is possible. This is why heaven cared so much about your case. You will receive more blessings, not because you need them, but because your elevation helps a huge number of people in your circle of influence rise as well. If this revelation hit you deeply and you are sure that you are a chosen one whose behavior caught the attention of God, type 777 in the comments to make this frequency of divine recognition stronger. If you want to learn more about how heaven is watching your journey and planning your breakthrough, like and subscribe to this channel and turn on all of its notifications. You are taking on the qualities that impressed God, and those qualities will spread to everyone you meet. The attitude that caught the eye of God and even surprised Archangel Michael is now a part of your spiritual makeup. People who are close enough to you will feel it too. It has become a part of who you are. Michael wrote down certain things in his final review of your case, which I will now tell you. Every soul that gets a review at the Archangel level gets a classification, which is a title that describes who they are spiritually at Thor. They will carry this label with them for the rest of their time on Earth and beyond. This is what it says about you, demonstrated warrior of light. Let me explain what each part of that means. Demonstrated means shown by doing, not just having the potential to do something. There are many chosen ones who could be warriors. Not many people can prove it in real life. You did. That is not how you were put together based on what you might do, because of what you did before. Warrior refers to someone who is actively fighting spiritual battles. Watching is not enough. You are not just getting the truth, you are living it. You don't just believe in light. It is becoming darker because you are making it darker. The phrase of light tells us what frequency you work. Even warriors can use different kinds of energy to fight. Some people fight out of anger, which can work, but only so far. Some people fight out of duty, which is a strong reason, but it doesn't have much power. But fight from the light, which means fight with love, kindness, and real goodness. This is the most powerful energy for spiritual battle. You fight with light. When there was darkness, you didn't turn into darkness. Instead, you became brighter. This is what made your answer so exceptional and powerfully effective. This group is now following you. The records in heaven know who you are this way. That is what angels say about your case. This is how heaven sees everything about your life, and how people treat you from now on will be different. Resources are given to warriors of light first, who have shown they are worthy. Your prayers are the first ones heard. Your needs are met before any other work is done. Something was added to your record. A note from the Divine Council to you personally. Not every soul gets this. It is only used for cases that really affected people who watched heaven. Cases that made me remember something important. Cases that will be used as examples for people in the future. This kind of note was sent to your case. Since this is meant just for you, let me read what it says to the chosen one receiving this message. Your response to pain has been recorded as proof that human souls can operate at energies we didn't expect them to reach while still in physical form. You have reminded us that the limits we sometimes see in humanity are not part of human design, but come from choices humans make under pressure. You chose differently, and by doing so you expanded what we understand to be possible for your species. Your file has been marked for special observation, not because you need fixing, but because your progress serves as a case study for how chosen ones can reach their full potential even in hard times. You are being positioned for tasks that match what you have shown you can do. These tasks are not punishment, they are a privilege. You have proven capable of handling difficulty with grace, so you will be trusted with situations where grace is desperately needed. The attitude that impressed us will continue to be tested, not because we doubt you, but because continuing to show it strengthens your ability and serves as ongoing proof for others. You have made heaven proud. You can move forward knowing that your case has been seen by the most important people, and that everything that is coming your way has been filtered through the fact that people know who you are. This message was meant for you. This video was meant to be found at this very moment in your journey, when you needed to be sure that the decisions you made were important. When you want to be sure that God was watching, when you needed to know that everything you have been through has been leading to something. You now know that your attitude made God happy. Michael, the archangel, didn't see it coming. The Celestial Council wrote it down, and because of what you did, your whole future has been reset. When you made those choices, you had no idea that this was going to happen. When you chose to be kind instead of angry, you didn't know that heaven was watching. You had no idea that your answer would get so much attention. It is very strong, though, because of that. There were no people watching you put on a show. You weren't trying to impress people who are gods. You were just being yourself, and the one who made everything like that about you. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. The link is waiting in the pinned comment below. You are stepping into Archangel Michael's inner circle, a space where divine guidance meets your daily life and your breakthroughs are no longer delayed. Your support, no matter the size, becomes a seed that multiplies blessings back into your own life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step, your abundance awaits.